Duels have a very long history. A duel is a system of aristocratic, manly honour. It was unique to gentlemen of the time and a way of settling particular arguments or disputes or differences of opinion.
And action. And cut.
Duels were illegal, so they were fought in private, often at dawn when there was no one else around. They were deeply ingrained in the kind of aristocratic culture that we see in our Bridgerton world. Gentlemen of kind of Simon's rank and others still turn to the duel as the main way to resolve disputes. So their arguments might fall over social insults, political differences, but also to do with issues of marriage and matters of the heart. Formerly, people would use swords, but by Regency times, pistols were the chosen weapon of choice.
So in there you've got cannonballs, you've got flints, spare flints for these bits here, the black powder is in there. These are actually used for making the cannonballs. Lead gets poured into there, and that's a picker, just for cleaning this out when it all gets blocked.
So we're filming the duel in episode 4 between Anthony and Simon.
4, 5, and more.
It's brilliant to capture how high the stakes were for these men and how they imposed themselves on these women. The truth is that really these duels were just a game of chicken. You know, the male ego is such, and always has been, that they continue until someone falls away, and unfortunately in this instance that doesn't happen because they're both very stubborn.
So we're up at the duel, Simon's turned up and he's decided that he's certainly not going to hurt Anthony. This isn't about any kind of vengeance for him, it's not about preserving his own life, it's about preserving his own honour, his own code, the honour of Daphne, and the honour of Anthony himself. And so it's all very, very generous in that way. He's a lover, not a fighter, Simon, except when he's a fighter. He's kind of a lover and a fighter, he does both of those things. It's what guys have done since the beginning of time and will continue doing in various different ways. It's boys on BMXs, it's men on horses, it's men with guns. It's just thick.
This goes against all my instincts. I put so much work into this.
Have you ever held a gun before?
What, like a real one? I mean, my lawyer says I shouldn't answer that question. It's my second Georgian duel, though, which is weird, being, I think, 6 years out of drama school? Second time in a Georgian duel. It's not what I anticipated for my career, but this is, I'm sort of a dab hand at this particular activity at this point.
It's my first day on set, lovely location, and yeah, it's looking pretty epic, man. It's looking quite intense as well, which is great.
Okay, camera set.
Will is the Duke's best friend, you know, really close friend, and I understand what he has to do and what he has to go through, so I'm just there to support him. Of course, I don't want it to end tragically, I don't want my friend to die, but it's what needs to be done, and if he's going to go ahead with it, I'm going to be there to support him as he's second.
Action sequences are always really fun to do anyway, and when the stakes are that high, the Bridgertons, I think there's a lot of projection of appearance and presentation, and so to see them pulled down to their very basic sort of animal nature, especially for Benedict and Anthony in this moment, I think it's really exciting.
There's so many different characters that we're sort of all in different worlds, really. I mean, it's quite nice to sort of just get to sit back and watch it all.
Well, he's lovely. He's obviously lovely, and we'd never want to engage in a duel with him, or anyone for that matter. The way that these are, they're broken down so much into tiny little moments. You can go method if you want to, or you can just have a bloody good time. Mine is very much just, you know, just to lap it up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, camera reset. Straight away, please. Thank you.
I think you have phases where you try and sort of concentrate between, and then, well, I mean, sometimes concentrating is counterproductive and sometimes falling around is counterproductive and vice versa. I don't really know what works better. I haven't worked it out yet.
We're just about to film the moment where Daphne arrives on horseback, and it's all, yeah, it's very dramatic. It's an incredible setting, and so far, so good.
It's all about health and safety. The stunt performer, which is Frankie, very good deal, is a good stunt double for Phoebe.
You're just about to fall off a horse. How do you feel?
I feel really good.
Have you practiced this many times?
Yeah, we've done it 20 times already today. I've got a few bruises. It's all for the job.
We all have to suffer for art.
You've all got to suffer for art. No, I can't take credit. I can't. I really wanted to, but I can't. We've got an amazing stunt lady that's doing the whole thing for me.
We've obviously walked the course, make sure there's no potholes, no foreign objects, nothing dangerous in the way. Frankie is a very capable, a very, very good horse rider.
Got here this morning. I went for a costume fitting first to make sure all my pads fit underneath my costume. I don't want to fall once and rip the whole costume, so there's lots of different adjustments. There's loads of pads and ways of hiding pads under costumes and things. So, for example, I've got a back pad on. I don't know if you can see sort of the top of it just there. It's a shock absorbing pad. It shapes my body, it wraps all the way around me. Then I have elbow pads, which take all the shock absorbing out of falling. Also, I'll show you with, they're like flesh coloured sleeves over the top of them. I've got padded shorts on, which are hip protectors, which also I put extra padding in, this is what's in my elbow. It's a shock absorbing system. So basically when you fall, it'll take the shock out of it. Obviously you do get bruised and sometimes you can land funny, but most of the time, as long as you've sort of prepared yourself well enough, then it's all good and you won't hurt yourself. The horses are all really well trained. I know them all quite well because I've worked with them for a long time, but you just got to put trust in the animal that they know what they're doing as well. I think if you overthink things, then you end up messing up. So all I'm trying to do is get from A to B. So, and once I'm in my position, then I'll think about the next part of the job. So not to try and do everything in one.
Okay, here we go, rehearsing, and action.
Rehearse, offset, go on to set, rehearse it through a couple of times, and then off we go.
So at the same moment he pulls the trigger, and that's when the horse rears. Over to you, Q Master.
Easy. Right, jump on this. So I think the horse comes in, very roughly speaking, about here, and she'll fall that way. Yeah, and then horse goes that way to there.
So she comes in on the horse, rears the horse on the spot, falls on the spot where they've told her to fall, rolls over. Well.
Can we sort of like risk it a bit? Obviously for us.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a safe distance. You don't want to be. I mean, the horse is going to be coming through on this line.
Yeah.
If you're a little bit further that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, just there.
Cool.
It's fine. And if you're sort of around here.
Around there?
Yeah. I mean, you can step wherever you want, mate. But
Right, cool. Right.
Yeah, just whatever you're. She'll be going past you anyway, but
Okay.
just be aware.
Cool. Cheers.
If you want to step out, just do what you need to do. Yeah.
Man, you just have to be really conscious, isn't it?
Mark. Everyone happy in there? Set on B and C?
C set.
Okay, cameras set, and action! Bang! Daphne! Sister! Stand back. And we start. Very good.
Yeah.
You alright? Well done.
Yeah, brilliant.
Great job. How'd that feel?
Yeah, fine. It was good.
That was amazing.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I don't know how she did it. I need to see that back to see what, I mean, I don't know how she did that.
That was incredible. I didn't expect it, and I didn't expect for the horse to run back. So I sort of had to get out of the way.
How was that?
I'm fine.
You don't even seem bruised.
I'm a trooper.
Not even a hair out of place. Talented.
Thank you.
Won't be able to do that again. I hope they got it in one take. Blimey, bless her, it's amazing.
Everyone was happy with it. All three cameras, it was great shots from all three. So yeah, really good. Horses behaved and director's happy, which is always good.
Job done. She done it perfect, one take. So yeah, very happy with her. She's done a perfect job.
I haven't seen anything up close like that before. Sometimes when you see it on films, you think it's like all film tricks and you think it's all like CGI, but it's the real deal, man. It's the real deal.